airlines are tightening policies for service dogs and emotional support animals on flights.
Count on 2 Consumer Investigator Libba Holland spoke with some in our area about these policies and shows you how it's affecting air travel.
Kimber is a sweetheart and she is a diva.
Yes, she is, but Kimber will also follow commands. She's a trained support dog. Her original owner, a military veteran, used her for comfort.
When she was around him, he just seemed to be like calm, because most people who suffer from PTSD are constantly on alert looking for things, and she just was kind of like that calming effect for him.
This is Secret Cat.
Julia King got her cat Secret after suffering a spinal cord injury.
She was the emotional support I needed to be able to live alone independently again.
She even brought Secret to class with her at the College of Charleston and on several flights home.
I was traveling alone for the first time in a couple years, and I wanted to bring her with me. And so I went to my doctor, and there's a process where they write a note listing the reasons why.
Kimber and Secret are both registered emotional support animals. Kimber went through dog training, but there are some who don't train their animals, and that's where the problem lies. Recently, Delta Airlines announced it's amending the policies for service and emotional support animals. This comes after several incidents involving an animal's poor behavior. So starting in March, those wanting to bring a service or emotional support animal on board must notify the airline 48 hours in advance. The travelers will need to provide veterinary documents and a doctor's note explaining the need for the animal. Some criticize the rules, saying it discriminates against those who truly need a service animal.
Like, I would wonder how that affects people who have are like visually impaired.
Some websites will sell emotional support registration for any animal. You might receive a tag and a certificate, but that may not be legitimate. The Americans with Disabilities Act website includes a note about this, saying, quote, "These documents do not convey any right under the ADA, and the Department of Justice does not recognize them as proof that the dog is a service animal."
It just seems to be a real gray area.
I talked to the head of the Charleston Animal Society about this issue. Many of its adopted pets go on to be service or emotional support animals. He believes the airlines are not trying to do away with emotional support or service animals. They're just tightening up the policies.
And I think the airlines are probably caught between a rock and a hard place with trying to navigate that, and how can we make the environment safe and healthy for both the passengers and their aides.
He also encourages people who like to bring their pets in public to have them trained.
Any dog, regardless as to whether it's a service dog or just accompanying a traveler on a plane, should be introduced to dog training. Dogs and humans are not just born with good manners. We have to train folks to have good manners.
Libba